In every close-knit group, there exists a unique rhythm shaped by personality, affection, humor, and countless unscripted interactions. This particular circle of five shines brightest in the smallest, most ordinary moments, moments that transform routine gestures into unforgettable. Their chemistry feels effortless, almost instinctive, as though each member understands the others without explanation. What makes their dynamic so captivating is not grand spectacle or dramatic declarations, but the soft, fleeting scenes that reveal genuine warmth and playful sincerity. One of the most endearing sights is watching Chan gently help Kai put on his shoes. The gesture itself is simple, practical, and almost mundane. Yet within it lies something profoundly touching. There is patience in the way he kneels, careful attention in how he adjusts the laces, and quiet devotion in ensuring everything fits comfortably. It speaks of companionship built on small acts of service rather than loud expressions. Care like this feels natural, unforced, and deeply rooted in mutual respect. The scene radiates tenderness, turning an everyday task into a portrait of loyalty and affection. In contrast, Hoon's playful energy often enters with undeniable presence, especially when he casually presses his muscular arm against Kai's hand, unintentionally overwhelming him. The exaggerated strength combined with Kai's mock distress creates instant laughter. The visual humor is irresistible, power meeting innocence, confidence meeting exaggerated helplessness. Yet even within the teasing, there is visible restraint. Hoon never crosses into discomfort, instead, the moment becomes a shared joke that strengthens their bond. Playfulness replaces competition, and physicality transforms into harmless comedy. At times, an unexpected shift in atmosphere emerges between Hoon and Do. A glance lingers a second longer than usual. A shared smile appears almost private. The energy subtly changes, carrying a faint undertone of shyness or unspoken understanding. It never becomes dramatic or overwhelming, instead, it remains light, almost teasingly ambiguous. Observers might interpret it as playful tension or simply a moment of heightened awareness. Whatever it may be, the spark adds texture to the group dynamic, reminding everyone that relationships evolve through layers of humor, curiosity, and gentle surprise. Meanwhile, Mayun, often compared to a rabbit for his soft features and expressive gestures, embodies pure charm from every possible angle. His ability to radiate cuteness in a complete circle, metaphorically and literally, feels almost magical. Whether turning toward the camera or spinning around with exaggerated expressions, he never fails to deliver an abundance of sweetness. His charm is not artificial or forced, it feels spontaneous, like an overflow of natural enthusiasm. That authenticity is what transforms his playful behavior into something irresistibly heartwarming. Kai, on the other hand, frequently finds himself in situations where even he seems unsure of what he is doing. His unpredictable reactions, random movements, and absent-minded expressions create delightful chaos. There is something refreshingly genuine about someone who does not constantly self-edit. When confusion appears on his face or he suddenly bursts into an unexpected action, the entire group responds with laughter. Rather than embarrassment, these moments are embraced as part of his identity. His unpredictability becomes a treasured feature rather than a flaw. Then there is Little Do, whose sudden dance steps appear out of nowhere like spontaneous fireworks. In the middle of conversation or casual interaction, he might break into a quick rhythm, adding motion to an otherwise still moment. These brief performances inject energy into the atmosphere, reminding everyone that joy can surface at any second. The dance steps are not elaborate productions, they are quick, expressive bursts of personality. That unpredictability keeps the group dynamic vibrant and alive. The daily bickering among all five adds yet another layer to their relationship. Their arguments are never serious or hostile, they resemble playful debates filled with exaggerated reactions and dramatic expressions. Each member takes turns pretending to be offended, only to dissolve into laughter moments later. This back-and-forth exchange builds resilience within the group. Through teasing words and mock complaints, they demonstrate trust. They know the boundaries, understand the tone, and recognize that beneath every sarcastic remark lies genuine fondness. A particularly humorous scene unfolds when Hoon playfully pokes Little Do with what appears to be a small branch. The absurdity of the object, a simple twig, combined with Hoon's mischievous expression turns the moment into comedy gold. Little Do's reaction, often exaggerated and theatrical, amplifies the humor. The entire group becomes involved, either defending, laughing, or encouraging the harmless chaos. Such interactions show how creativity can emerge from the simplest surroundings. No elaborate props or staging are necessary when imagination and camaraderie are already present. Mayun consistently proves himself to be the one who hits the comedic center of gravity. Every group has that person whose timing feels impeccable, whose comments arrive precisely when tension begins to build. With a single remark or facial expression, he sends everyone into uncontrollable laughter. His humor is rarely loud or aggressive, instead, it feels clever, perfectly measured, and deeply intuitive. He seems to understand not only the joke but also the emotional temperature of the group. In that awareness lies his strength. Laughter becomes a shared release, reinforcing connection and comfort. Perhaps one of the most unexpectedly charming moments occurs when Little Do manages to tease Hoon to the point of visible blushing. The strong, confident presence suddenly shifts into shy vulnerability. A faint redness spreads across Hoon's face, betraying feelings he might otherwise hide behind playful bravado. The transformation delights everyone. Seeing confidence melt into embarrassment reveals the humanity behind strength. It balances the dynamic, reminding observers that even the boldest personalities carry softness within them. Taken together, these scenes illustrate more than surface-level entertainment. They represent friendship cultivated through repetition, trust built through humor, and affection expressed through subtle action. The group's dynamic thrives on contrast, strength paired with gentleness, chaos balanced by care, unpredictability softened by loyalty. Each member contributes a distinct energy, yet none overshadows the others. Instead, their individuality enhances the collective atmosphere. The beauty of such interactions lies in their authenticity. Nothing feels overly rehearsed or strategically calculated. The laughter sounds real. The teasing feels organic. The blushes are unplanned. Viewers gravitate toward this authenticity because it mirrors the friendships they cherish in their own lives. There is comfort in witnessing people who are unapologetically themselves while still deeply attentive to one another. Another compelling aspect is the emotional safety within the group. Teasing never becomes harmful. Physical jokes remain gentle. Awkward moments are embraced rather than criticized. That environment of security allows each member to experiment with expression, whether through dance, humor, or exaggerated dramatics, without fear of judgment. Emotional safety creates space for creativity, and creativity fuels memorable moments. Even silence carries meaning among them. A shared glance can communicate reassurance. A quick pat on the shoulder can express solidarity. These subtle gestures often go unnoticed at first glance, yet they form the foundation of their closeness. Beyond the playful antics and visible humor lies a deeper understanding that cannot be staged. Over time, repeated small interactions accumulate into a narrative of loyalty. Helping with shoes becomes symbolic of support. Mock arm strength becomes symbolic of trust. Blushing becomes symbolic of sincerity. Each detail contributes to a larger story about companionship shaped by consistency and kindness. The charm of their daily life rests not in perfection but in imperfection. They interrupt one another. They misinterpret jokes. They overreact dramatically. Yet every misstep becomes an opportunity for laughter rather than conflict. That resilience strengthens their connection, proving that harmony does not require constant agreement. Energy constantly flows between them like a shared current. When one member's mood dips, another instinctively lifts it. When excitement rises, it spreads quickly. Emotional synchronization emerges not from obligation but from familiarity. The longer they interact, the more intuitive their responses become. Ultimately, what makes these five so captivating is not a single iconic scene but the accumulation of countless gentle fragments. A hand adjusting a shoe. A playful nudge. A spontaneous dance step. A blush. A teasing remark. Each fragment carries warmth, sincerity, and lighthearted affection. Together, they create a living portrait of friendship defined by laughter, balance, and quiet devotion. In a world often focused on spectacle and intensity, such ordinary tenderness feels refreshing. Their bond thrives on simplicity, proving that the most meaningful connections are often built through everyday gestures. The magic lies not in grand statements but in the comfort of being understood without explanation. Through shared humor, gentle teasing, and unwavering presence, these five transform ordinary days into unforgettable memories filled with light.